Debbie, can I have you say your name and your title, please?
Yep, I'm Debbie Byrne. I'm an Executive Program Manager.
So we're standing next to what is the most unusual, the most interesting, I would say, Tacoma in the world, because under the hood isn't a turbocharged hybrid.
Nope.
It's a fuel cell.
It is a Gen 2 Mirai fuel cell that we've put into the engine compartment here to provide the propulsion for this vehicle.
Yeah, now a couple of years ago, I did a video where GM did the same thing. They did it was a Colorado, I believe, and they did it for the military. And one of the reasons they did it was because fuel cells are very quiet.
Yes.
And so you could sneak up on the bad guys. But that's not why you did it. You put it in an overlanding rig. Tell me why you decided to do a fuel cell powered overlander.
Well, we know Tacoma's heritage as a great overlanding off-roading type vehicle, and we wanted to showcase how a fuel cell powertrain can add utility to that overlanding experience.
So let's start with the basics. How much horsepower?
537 horsepower with front and rear electric motors.
Okay, and how much hydrogen or how much range did you get out of a full tank?
We have 6 kilograms on board. We're targeting around 250. If we didn't have 35s and all the less than aerodynamic parts on there, we could probably push towards 300.
Now, one of the great reasons that you'd want to power Overlander with a fuel cell is because it does two things. Not only does it power it, but it generates water and electricity.
Exactly.
And so show me what you've done with those two byproducts.
Sure. This particular fuel cell vehicle has a patent pending water reclamation system.
Okay.
So it takes the exhaust water vapor from the fuel cell and it condenses it and collects it in a reservoir in the back of the vehicle. So this reservoir that has collected the water is attached to a pump, and then we've put a hose up in the bed so that you can have easy access to water while you're overlanding. You can wash your hands, you can wash dishes.
Have you tried drinking it?
I've
tried drinking Mirai water. It tastes kind of
mechanically.
Yeah, you can tell it's going through some process that probably isn't. And I think it also takes a lot of electrolytes.
There are no electrolytes inside, so it's basically just H2O, no minerals, no water.
Which isn't healthy.
Yes.
It provides some of the things that natural water provides. All right, so you've got shower water, you got dishwasher water.
We also have power offtake. So this vehicle has 15 kilowatts of power offtake, and you can use both 240 volts.
That's a lot, 15 kilowatts.
Yes, 15
that is
kilowatts
a lot.
Is more than an average American household runs in a day. So you've got that, and then we've got 110. We've got our Dometic fridge set up here, so you've got everything but the kitchen sink for your overlanding experience.
Yes, shower, frozen, chilled drinks.
Chilled water. I think we've got chips and salsa in there right now. So.
And a lot more horsepower. Have you driven this? What's it like?
I have not driven this yet, so I'm looking forward to when we fully complete the build, and then we can get to testing.
Do you have the plug where the hydrogen goes? Is that incorporated?
Oh, yeah, we can show that.
Let's see what that looks like. Yeah.
So it's just the same plug that a Mirai would have. So you would drive up to a fueling station and just plug in, and fueling times are similar to that of gasoline vehicles. So
now the head scratcher, of course, that a lot of people are wondering is, where do I get hydrogen? So as you know, you can get it in LA and you can get it in San Francisco, but that's kind of it in America.
Yep. So Toyota's committed to continuing to build up the infrastructure. So with our North America Parts Center, we're building up a fleet of heavy-duty trucks that run on fuel cell so that we can make more consistent hydrogen offtake, and that should help us be able to drive the cost of hydrogen down at the pump.
And one of the advantages, I've been in a hydrogen-powered semi, is that they're very quiet.
Exactly.
And not like a diesel, you don't have all of those mechanical moving parts.
Exactly.
So you don't have the vibration, you don't have the harshness, you just have this very silent power.
Silent, smooth, and great low-end torque. That's another great advantage over a diesel. Battery electric vehicles and fuel cell electric vehicles with that electric powertrain, you can get that great low-end torque, which is really great for towing heavy loads.
So for those who don't know, hydrogen-powered vehicles with fuel cells are basically electric vehicles. So there's a battery. How big is the battery in this?
This battery is 24.9 kilowatt hours.
So the fuel cell generates the electricity, which then goes into the battery, which then powers the two electric motors.
Exactly.
Do you have lockers on this?
This one does not have lockers, but
you could have mechanical lockers, yeah.
Yes, being an electric motor, we
e-lockers.
have a solid rear axle.
Okay.
So we should be able to lock if we want electronically.
Yeah, I mean, this would be the perfect camping rig.
Yeah,
if you want it.
We've got the Go Fast camper right up on top.
I saw that, yeah.
Yeah.
And you got all the lights, but not with 15 kilowatts, right? You can not only power your campsite, you can power the neighbors and their neighbors.
You can plug in a cable and you can charge someone's EV that got stranded up on the road.
And let's talk about that, because you got a hydrogen-powered Tundra as well.
We do.
So let's talk about what you're using this for.
Excellent. So if we walk around here, please watch your step.
Yep, we'll do.
So this has the same Gen 2 Mirai.
Oh, I can hear the fuel cell, yeah.
So the fuel cell's not making the noise, all of it's fan noise. So since this is running, we're powering this entire area. All of the AV equipment that we use today.
How much does this generate?
This generates 60 kilowatts of steady power,
wow.
And it can have peaks up to 80.
Yeah, that's a lot of power.
Yep, and we are by far not getting close to that in the power that we're running today.
Yeah, so I see that you got a plugged in
charging stations.
Yeah, BZ, two BZs,
two
yeah.
BZs. We've got the 2026 BZ Woodland here closest to us, and then the 2026 BZ at the far
How
end.
fast are you charging those?
They're charging at level 2.
Okay.
So
yeah, if you stuck that to level 3, you probably would use everything that this could put out.
So this, I don't think we can do level 3. Level 3 is DC output.
Yeah, so you can only do AC.
Yep.
Yeah, gotcha. Does this have a bigger hydrogen tank because you're using it?
This doesn't actually have hydrogen on board.
Okay.
This is the generator only in the back.
Yeah.
If you come this way, you can see we have some tanks.
Oh, so it's using those.
Exactly.
Those tanks of hydrogen to then convert that to electricity to then power the
and
BZ.
then you can see we've gotten 2.5 gallons, 2 gallons. Where are we at now?
Of water. Oh yeah, there's your water.
Yep. Oh, 2 gallons of water right here.
Do you want to try drinking it? Remember? Can I get a cup? No. We did a video a couple of years ago where we drove a competitor. Fuel cell powered vehicle up to the top of Pikes Peak.
Oh, cool.
Because we wanted to see if altitude had any effect, and obviously it doesn't.
Nope.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. We've done the Pikes Peak in the heavy duty truck as well.
Okay.
So, yep.
And so do you ever foresee like a business model for these vehicles in America? I know in Japan, where you have a lot less natural resources, when you use hydrogen, you can generate your own, so it makes a lot of sense. But do you think that in America we'll ever see?
I think we have a big potential for hydrogen as kind of standalone power for people's homes, and electrolyzers to produce more hydrogen. We also have a lot of hydrogen that's produced, for example, in Texas as a byproduct of oil and gas refining.
When you see all those flames, that's usually hydrogen being burned off.
Hydrogen or methane. So you can reclaim the hydrogen from the methane. So there is a path to be able to continuously generate hydrogen and then utilize it in a vehicle that has propulsion like the Tacoma. And Toyota remains all in on hydrogen and creating a hydrogen society. So we'll continue to have light duty trucks and then light duty vehicles, and then we're expanding into heavy duty trucks as well.
Well, let's go back to the Tacoma.
Okay.
What would you say was your biggest challenge in retrofitting this with a fuel cell as opposed to, you know, a traditional combustion or EV setup?
I think from a challenging standpoint, it wasn't. The time frame was the biggest challenge for our build for SEMA. We made the decision we wanted to build this for SEMA as a WOW vehicle, I think in April. Yep. And we didn't get the mule until maybe July. So then there was maybe 3.5 months to get this ready to go. So from a timing standpoint, that was our biggest challenge. But they did a great job packaging it to look like it's meant to be.
It does, it looks incredible.
So I think from light duty vehicle standpoint, the challenges are just kind of economies of scale. We don't have a lot of them on the road today. We don't have a lot of fueling stations, but as we continue to move forward together towards this hydrogen society, we're going to solve all these issues.
The other question I guess I had is, I remember when I used to do a lot of fuel cell, it was a little bit more hip or happening like 10 years ago when when we were rolling out new hydrogen stations, when the infrastructure was expanding in California. But the question a lot of viewers had is, what's the longevity of a fuel cell? And I think back then it was like 75 to 100,000 miles. Has that improved now that you've done several generations of the Mirai?
Every generation improves on the quality and actually the cost of things.
Yeah.
So we can continuously study lower cost materials that continue to have the same quality that we expect out of Toyota products. So the type of warranty you would expect to be on par with the other Toyota vehicles that we have.
150,000 miles?
Yeah, I believe we're usually 10 years, 100,000 on powertrain.
Okay,
So,
all right.
yeah.
So it is equivalent to what internal combustion engine would be.
Yeah, we want our customers to not feel like they're sacrificing anything when they choose a zero-emission vehicle powertrain.
Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate
Thank you
the
so
walk
much.
around. I appreciate the information.
Yep.
And I would love to own a Tacoma
Me
with
too.
with a hydrogen powertrain. That would be so cool. Let me know in the comments below if you guys would love this. I think it's way cool, and I fear I don't live in California, so I'm kind of out of luck. But at some point in the future, maybe the rest
We'll
of us
expand.
will
Yep.
be able to get these guys. All right, we'll see you next time. Ciao.